while we had to deal with severe storms earlier this week, now we're starting to deal with the winter weather. Widespread sleet and a little bit of freezing rain has already made its way into the region. If you are getting out late tonight and into tomorrow, make sure you allow yourself some extra time and just slow down. Quick check of some of our cameras across the area. We are starting to see some of that accumulating on pavements. Traffic still moving all right on 57, but you can see some of the white, that sleet starting to pile up there as well. So if you have to get out tonight, again, just make sure you're using caution. Quick check of our camera in Poplar, Bluff as well. It's hard to see now that the sun has started to set, but we were seeing a little bit of sleet piling up on some of the side roads, and again, a little bit of freezing rain. So slick conditions are going to be the big story as we shift overnight tonight and into tomorrow. Lots to talk about. Again, on the radar, widespread activity across the entire region. The bulk of the activity in southern Illinois, those reports that have come in have been sleet. But as you start to push a little bit further to the south, off into southeastern Missouri and into western Kentucky, getting some reports that a little bit of freezing rain is mixing in. Of course, sleet is those small little pellets that fall and bounce off of the ground, while the freezing rain is a layer of ice that sticks to everything. So the more sleet, the less ice. So that would certainly be some good news if we could see a little bit more sleet. This activity starting to break up off into some of our western counties. We are expecting a little bit of a break in the activity as we shift overnight tonight and into tomorrow. So hopefully that will help road crews. Temperatures right now, though, we're all below freezing. We've got Mount Vernon coming in at 23, Marion at 25, Sikeston at 30 degrees, and Paducah at 29 degrees. Overnight tonight, we'll continue to cool down. We'll be dealing with the ice and sleet overnight. And then as we start to shift into tomorrow, we'll see round 2 coming into the area. But the good news is with round 2, there's a chance that we see a little bit more rain than some of that freezing rain, which would again be good news. As we get into Friday, the quiet weather returns, a chance we see a few flurries, but not expecting any big impacts out of that. Most of the area highlighted in that bright pink color. That's a winter storm warning that's in place until this system is over throughout Thursday into very early on Friday morning. Folks off into our eastern counties, some folks in that winter weather advisory. All of us going to have to worry about, again, the winter weather and the slick conditions. So as we start to shift into the evening hours, expecting some of this to quiet out. So again, a break about 8 and 9 o'clock. We start to see that break moving into the area. We're quiet for a couple of hours, but it's not over. So don't let your guard down. We are expecting more activity to start to push in from the south as we start to get into very early on Thursday morning. Expecting some of that rain to start to push into our northwestern Tennessee counties, and then eventually spreading north by Thursday morning. So tomorrow's probably another morning that you want to allow yourself a little time as you're heading out the door. Not only will we have slick roadways from what we're seeing this evening, but we've got another round coming. So again, this will continue to push to the north, be widespread across the region by late morning. The good news is notice some of these temperatures, they start to creep up above freezing. Now, depending on how far that freezing line pushes to the north, we could see a little bit more rain than the freezing rain and ice again, which would be good news. But even if it's raining, it's going to be a cold and miserable rain. It's just going to be a nasty day tomorrow. All of this activity, we could see a few thunderstorms actually off into southeastern Missouri and western Kentucky with some of this, and it'll all slowly start to come to an end as we get into tomorrow evening. Even after we get through Thursday and into Friday morning, could still see some slick roads early Friday if we see any refreezing. So again, use caution. This is a look at the freezing rainfall projection where you see some of those brighter pinks showing up into southeastern Missouri, off into northwest Tennessee. 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch going to be possible, and then off to our northern counties on the high end, 1/4 inch. But no matter how much ice we see, of course, it will be slick. Rainfall projection, folks off into western Kentucky, again along the Ohio River, could see another inch or so of rainfall. And after all of the rain that we've already seen, maybe some isolated flooding issues. Storm Track 3 app going to be great to have on your smartphone as we push through the next 24 hours or so, and then we'll finally start to see a break by Friday. Mostly cloudy skies, and we stay cloudy into Saturday, and then we start to see some sunshine coming back by next week, and then temperatures slowly start to climb. And the other thing to note is we're finally going to get a break in some of that active weather after a very busy week.
All right.
Looking forward to that. Yeah. Thank you, JC.